Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Dave from StructuredStrength.com, and today we're going to talk about rows and how you're probably doing them wrong, and how to get more out of them, okay? So when we program rows, what we're looking to do is have that shoulder go from forward to pull down and back, and then follow through with that elbow. What we see a lot of people do, if you take a look, is they're so worried about if they're doing ring rows, getting the rings to their body. If they're doing barbell rows, bent over rows, they're so worried about getting the bar to their body. If they're doing dumbbells, they're trying to go super heavy with it, right? Because we all want to lift heavier. It's more fun. You feel like you're really helping yourself. But sometimes we have to kind of grease the groove, learn how to move correctly, and then we can get way more out of exercises without a super heavy weight. So you'd be surprised by having some tempo, moving a little bit slower, you can get more out of less weight. You also have less of a chance of injuring yourself. So what we usually see is people are so concerned about getting a certain range of motion or a certain weight that as soon as they get here, the shrug and the rotation forward happens. And you'll see it all the time at the top of a pull-up. We call this bro shoulder, all internally rotated. And we see it in ring rows. People will pull and they'll come forward. Bent over rows, you see it happen. So we want to learn how to open and peel open our chest and almost have our sternum come forward. Now I know I'm not braced super hard midline-wise right now, just trying to exaggerate that pull back. There's all these different muscles in your upper back, and if we're not able to control our shoulders well, when we go to do other movements that are a little bit more dynamic, even things like split jerks, we want to be able to transfer the skill of controlling our shoulder blade, controlling which way our arms are moving into other movements. So personally, I don't like to have people go a lot of weight at first. I don't like to use barbells because controlling two sides is harder than controlling one. And we'll go really light and we'll just do a very simple bent over row. Now, if you're somewhere where you have machines, you can do cables. Sometimes that's easier because now you don't have to worry about the actual bent over part, or you can also go chest supported, all right? So what we see a lot of times when people do this is they're so worried about that dumbbell again that they do this one. And you can see how my shoulders rounded forward. I'm using a lot of front delt, a lot of bicep, and I can actually feel some of my pec turn on. Instead, what I want to see is that shoulder come back and down and then roll back towards my hip. So again, the wrong way, a lot of bicep, a lot of pec, a lot of front delt, trying to get shoulder tension. Instead, we want to pull back and down, row towards that hip. And you'll be surprised because you can't use as much weight, but you're going to be able to get more stimulus out of it. You'll get more muscle working. Over time, you'll be surprised how much it transfers to other lifts. Now, we use this with anyone who does Olympic weightlifting because we're going to learn how to set that upper back. And if all we ever do is pull-ups, we're not really learning that when we're in that clean or snatch position, how to set the back, how to use those different muscles so we're not just all trap, all bicep, all shoulder. So if you're out there and you're doing Olympic weightlifting, you're trying to get stronger and you're starting to notice that maybe, hey, you have a little shoulder pain. When you're doing rows, you are that person rotating forward. You're weak pulling that bar off the ground. We're here to help you. Check out the link below. We're looking for a handful of people to do individual programming with to get you stronger than you ever were before. Talk to you guys soon.